Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Martin, and we are here today to present our project, VISTA, Visual Intelligence for Satellite Threat Analysis. So first of all, I want to introduce you my teammates, Edison and Dildebrando. Here. Before we start this bootcamp, we had no previous experience in this field. But throughout these last months, we developed and we have learned several topics. And in just 2 weeks, we have built this project. And as they say here at Levagon, trust the process. Well, let's talk about now about the project itself. In these last weeks, Portugal and some cities in Spain were affected by severe storms. And as you can imagine, this brings a lot of problems, either for insurance companies and for the affected population. After a natural disaster happens, this process takes too long because the insurance companies, they need to send professionals to the affected zone to do reports about the level of destruction of each building. And yeah, the families wait too long to get the money to rebuild their lives. So given this problem, we developed a solution. Instead of human analysis, we're going to use a deep learning model that will receive satellite images, will identify the buildings, and then classify them by the level of destruction. And why is this important? The model will distinguish between cases of total destruction and those with no damage. And this allows the experts to focus just on the edge cases. And this will save the insurance companies time and money, and the families can rebuild their lives faster. So now let's let's dive into the technical part of the project, which my teammate will explain.
So good afternoon, everyone. Now we jump into the technical part. We start with the dataset. The dataset, in this case, are the images we use to build this data product. We use the public dataset with more than 22K images of satellites from different natural disasters all around the globe. So we have the tsunamis, floods, big fires, hurricanes. And in each one of those pictures, we have a total of more than 800K buildings identified. And for each one of those buildings, we have a different level of damage assigned. And that's the data set that we use to train our model, to teach our model how it should behave. In this product, we are classifying our damage in 3 levels. That is no damage, partial damage, and totally destroyed. One challenge that we have in this data set is what we call class imbalance. It means that we have much more images with no damage than with damage. So it brings a challenge when we teach the model how to recognize the damage cases. But it's something that we address in our model that I'm talking next. Okay, here we have several boxes, but if you look the model as a black box, we have as an input the satellite images, and as an output, the same images with the buildings identified and with the level of damage classified. And along with those images, we can have some reports, tables. We will see later when we do the demo. But now going into each one of the steps, go inside this box, what we have. First, we need to pre-process the images, because we need to ensure that all of the images that we pass through the model have the same format. So we ensure that the model will work okay. We also have a step of class balancing. I will not go deep into that, but we are just mentioning that is something that you had to do to address the issue of class imbalance. And now go into the model. We have 2 steps. There are 2 different models. Those 2 models are neural networks. Neural networks, they try to emulate our neurons, and it makes the model replicate the way we analyze the things. So and each one of those models do different stuff. The first one does the detection of the buildings. So to do that, we teach the model by scanning. The model scan each pixel of the image, and after that, it learns to recognize the patterns in the image. And when we give a new image, they can find the buildings on this new image. And after doing that, we go to the second step, to another neural network that to do something similar in the scanning of the pixels, but in this case, it classifies the damage. And it leads us to our output that are the images with the buildings and the corresponding level of damage assigned. And well, what guides us in the construction of this model? We choose a metric that is precision. Precision, I won't go into detail, but it's a metric that has the goal of minimize false positives. Why we choose precision? Because we choose as our main stakeholder the insurance companies. And by avoiding false positives, we will avoid the insurance company paying when it should not pay to some insurance claim. And that brings value to our product. In terms of performance, we have an overall precision of around 80%. That is a good value. Something else to highlight is that we could find similar precisions for all of the 3 classes that we have assigned for this model. And now we'll see the demo by Edson.
Hello, thank you. It's time to live demo, right? So let's go to. So before we go to the website and the structure, I just want to say that as Martin mentioned, we did it in less than 2 weeks, right? So what you guys going to see here, we did in less than 2 weeks. So in the beginning, you can see the structure of our website. So we have an overview, a dashboard about everything, and then you can analyze the image. You can explore all the data set that we have, model performance, model car, and the team. Let's go to the dashboard just to take a look. I'm not going to bother you about statistics and numbers. You guys can see it later, don't worry. But let's go to the cool thing, right? So let's go to the explore the data set, right? So here, you can see an image of an event. So there's a disaster event in the website that we made. You have a drop down. You can find another event here. But let's just stay with this Santa Rosa wildfire, right? So you can drag the picture and you can, so here now is a post-disaster. And if you drag to the right side, you can see before disaster, right? So you can clearly see there's a big thing happen, right? Let's go down and then we can see what the model did, right? So the post-disaster picture is here. And then you can see that the model identified the buildings and saw what is destructed, what is not destructed. So, and thank you, you made a zoom. So let's go back and see the statistics, right? So this is the cool part. So in total, the model identified 178 buildings, 47 no damage, 0 moderate, and 131 destroyed. So it's a high severity case. And then also what we did, we made an economic impact estimate, right? So you can see that in this case, in this picture, it's around 15 million total economic impact. So 14 million to reconstruct, around 1 million to humanitarian response, and around 8 million for insurance exposure. Of course, down you have all the statistics. And then another cool thing that we did, I want to just show analyze image, right? So here you guys can test other pictures. You can just browse a picture in the internet and then just put it here, and the model will, you guys will see it, right? So now the picture is loading and the model is running. It will take a few seconds, but we will see the results. Let's see. Hopefully, right? Let's see. Here you go, right? So here in this case, you can see that the model identified 140 buildings, 0 destroyed, 4 moderate, so low severity in this case. Then if we go down, the same thing, right? So you can estimate the economic impact. So it's around 155,000 US dollars, right? So this is of course, is a tool that anyone can use. So it's live, and in the end of my presentation, I will show a QR code that you guys can take a look. So yeah, maybe let's go. Okay, so this is our presentation. Thank you very much.